Greetings, I'm Bairnt and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be doing our top 5 Aliens games. Now all 5 of these games I'm going to talk about are actually on my channel, so you'll be able to take a look at them after this video if you're interested in what you see. What I'm going to do in this video is talk about what the game does, I'm going to tell you why I like it, and give you some reasons why it might not be for you. That's going to be my goal. I had a lot of people ask when we did our 5,000 subscriber giveaway, what Aliens game should I get? You do a ton of them, and that is true. It's one of my favorite genres. So in this video, I want to tell you 5 of them that I like, and I want to hopefully give you an idea of which one you might like. So let's go ahead and start the video off with my 5th one. Number 5 on this list is Alien: Fate of the Nostromo. This game encapsulates the movie Alien very well. You're moving around the Nostromo with the crew, trying to complete objectives, all the while being hunted by the alien, and of course Ash can also try to thwart your plans. At the end, once you complete 3 objectives, or as many objectives there are players plus 1, you're going to have to complete a final objective. Once that's done, you have won the game. Of course, this alien and Ash are going to become stronger as you go through this encounter deck and remove cards and add cards in. So this game can get progressively harder as you get going, and it's a lot of fun, and it is pretty challenging if you're not able to get through the objectives as fast as you're hoping. One of the things I like about this game is that it is co-op and there is no player elimination. You're using the morale track as your life force for the entire team. If that ever reaches the end where it says crew lost, then you have lost the game. And you can all try to figure out if you're going to do it again or just succumb to the alien having defeated you. Of course, Ash then will take the xenomorph home, and who knows what'll happen on Earth. Another thing I like about this game is you're able to pull it off the shelf, play the game, and put it back on within about 20 to 40 minutes depending on player count. So it's a quick, fun game. Which will bring me to something people might not like about this game, is it is a rather fast and light game compared to the other Alien games that I have played. Also, people may not like the fact that there isn't player elimination. This, after all, is in the Alien genre, and it is definitely what happens in almost all the movies and every kind of book or comic you read inside this genre. There you have it. Number 5, Alien: Fate of the Nostromo. Number 4 on this list is Gale Force 9's Aliens: Another Glorious Day in the Core. Another recent addition to the Alien board game genre. This is a dungeon crawler type experience for the Alien universe. You're loading up your Marines with the best you can to try to get through the movie franchise, or also some single one-shot scenarios called bug hunts. Some of the things that are really cool about this game is they have what's called an endurance deck. So this deck not only has the cards you're going to want to use in the game, but it also symbolizes the life force and ammo of your entire Marine force. If this deck ever runs out, you are done. And the deck persists between missions to kind of keep that feel of terror and just the idea of not having enough time to try to get through all these missions. It's a really cool system. There's also an aim dial that ticks down and makes it harder for you to shoot the aliens. So as these aliens pile up on you, it's going to be harder to take them down, and hopefully they don't destroy you, which they normally do. Another thing I like about this game is that each Marine does feel rather unique in the way they play, and they all have a place in this game. Some things that may turn you off is the spawning in this game feels very similar to like a zombie-side type experience. There's only usually 4 places that these alien blips can appear, and as they move towards you, then they kind of become more of a swarm coming at you. But I wish there would be more variety as to where these aliens can come out. There are a few cards in the encounter deck that are going to bring them out in different places, but overall, they just come from 1 of 4 places, and I wish that could be expanded upon. Another thing that could be a deterrent is, even though they have the art from the movie and it looks absolutely stunning, being able to kit your characters out however you want, which balances the game, makes it feel a little bit less like the movie and more just like a Marines fighting against a bunch of aliens. You can give anybody anything you want, which kind of takes away some of the feel. Now, of course, you could kit them out the way you want them in the movie, but a lot of the times that does end in pain, sadness, and misery. Overall, this is a great dungeon crawler feel to the Alien genre. I really enjoy this game. I love the endurance deck. I think it has a fantastic symbolization of how these poor Marines are trying to make it all the way through the day or 2 it takes to get through this alien nightmare. So, number 4, Aliens: Another Glorious Day in the Core. Number 3 is a Legendary Encounters Aliens. This game is awesome. It's an old school deck builder where you're going to be able to play through all the different movies and even some scenarios that were created for the game itself. The base box, of course, comes with the 4 scenarios, but you can get 2 different expansions. One that adds the Prometheus experience to it. Also, there's a Queen Alien expansion, which adds the ability for somebody to actually play as the Queen. Of course, that makes it not cooperative, but it's still a pretty cool experience. And there's also one scenario in that expansion as well that is outside of the actual movie genre and adds some really cool experiences. You're going to take on the role of a certain individual that is then going to have a regular deck of cards that you're going to be buying and attacking with. You're going to buy from the market, you're going to shuffle your deck. It's a very old school system for deck building, but it works absolutely fantastic, mainly because of the way that the aliens and the parts of the game come out. They are going to be placed inside the complex, which is shown up, of course, at the top. And as these move down, they're eventually going to fall in the combat zone, and you're going to have to deal with them. You can scan them to see what's coming, and as you're doing this, you're going to be completing the 3 objectives for that movie, and they really feel like the movie. Some of the things I like about this game is it feels like the movie. You're playing all 4 movies, and they each feel different and unique. You're going to be able to place down characters in the barracks and HQ that are from that movie, so you're able to be drafting these characters that are from the movie. It's really cool how it all works out. Also, with the roll cards, each of those decks do feel a little bit different as you're originally playing, instead of just getting some base cards. The last thing that I really enjoy about this game is if I don't talk about it, you're missing a huge part of the game, and that's the way the aliens appear in this game through the complex and down to the combat zone. They come face down, you've got to scan the room, and if you do find an alien there, it may come after you. It's going to have different things. There's also hazards and encounters that are going to be detrimental to your team. Every time this game is played, it's a ton of fun. Every time you see one of those cards, it drastically hinders your chances to continue forward in the game. I love the way that this game pushes back all the time. Some things that may turn people off is this is an old school deck builder. You have a river of cards that you're buying from. They go in your discard pile and you hope to see them, especially in the actual way you wanted them to come out. And if they don't, sometimes things go terribly wrong. Also, there is player elimination in this, like other Alien games. And if you are eliminated, you have to sit and watch the other people play. There is a variant where you could take on the role of an alien, which adds a little bit more in-depth play for somebody. But I have had a few experiences where 1 or 2 characters gets knocked out, and they kind of sit and just kind of watch the other 2 play out the rest of the adventure. Overall, Legendary Encounters Aliens is by far my favorite deck builder, not only because it is Alien, but just because all the mechanics are super awesome and quick and simple to play. You're not bogged down by keywords that you have to look up. You're just playing out your cards, you're trying to survive the aliens, and you're living your life through the movie that are actually out on the table. At number 3, Legendary Encounters Aliens. Number 2 on this list is a game that is near and dear to my heart. This is Aliens from Leading Edge Games. This game came out, I think, back in 1989. It is that old. And as you can see by the picture in front of you, it has seen its definite play count. I have played this game so many times, it's uncountable. I don't even think there's a number on Board Game Geek that could get high enough. This game is really cool. This encapsulates the movie very, very well. You're starting in operations where you're going to try to lead your team of Marines out of there before they all get destroyed by the aliens. Then you move into operations and the air ducts, and of course you take on the Queen at the end. There is an expansion which allows you to go save opponent Dietrich. Also, you could go take on the Queen yourself. And there is even a little scenario where you're able to play as Spunkmeyer and Pharaoh trying to take out the alien that is on the dropship. So it really does a great job of encapsulating the entire movie of Aliens. One thing I like about this game is the fact that it is a very random way of playing the game. As you can see, all the numbers on the board, that is where aliens could potentially land at any time. You don't know. So there is a lot of luck, but it really feels fun and exciting, and there's danger around every corner. Also, it may be a little distracting, but all the pictures of the movie and the fact that all the characters have actual movie pictures is absolutely awesome. It really brings this game alive. The game also plays very well with a small D10 system. It's super easy, super fast, and you can get to this game on the table and play it really quick. And it's super easy to teach. I taught Colin and Steve how to play this game in a matter of minutes, and we were diving in and laughing and having a great time as we played this game. We did it on our last Extra Life series, and I think when we do Extra Life again, you are going to see this game played with us again. We had so much fun. It was one of the highlights of the entire stream. Some things that people may not be interested in is the fact that it is all standees. There are no miniatures for this potential dungeon crawler type experience, though they did make some pewter miniatures, and you can of course use miniatures you can find. But if you notice the board, the squares are a little small, so it'd be hard to stick these miniatures on. Also, this game is completely random, so if you're not a fan of having random things happen to you in a game all the time, this might not be something for you. Also, this game is hard to find. This game was made in 1989 and is no longer in production. If you actually want a physical copy of this, the secondary market is the only way to go. There is, of course, a tabletop simulator way to play it. I'd only played it because I own the game. That's kind of my rule for tabletop simulator, unless I'm doing it with a person trying to promote a game or other person that has the game. Though with that being said, Aliens by Leading Edge Games is a fantastic alien simulator. It plays just like the movie, and you can have some epic moments that happen just like the movie. I mean, what's better than having Vasquez with her pulse rifle just mowing through 3 aliens at one shot? Or right as you're about to leave, all of a sudden an alien appears and you shoot it and acid sprays all over your friend and the person died just right at the doorstep, just like in the movie. There are so many awesome things about this game that I can't stress enough. If you're able to find a copy of this game, I strongly encourage you to give it a shot. This game is super fun. Number 1 on this list is Nemesis by Awakened Realms. How can I not talk about the alien genre without talking about this game? Yes, this is not inside the actual lore of the Alien franchise, but this game encapsulates the true feeling of Alien and Aliens better than many other games out there. This is a super cool game. You're moving around a ship, trying to get it to where it's supposed to go, or potentially something else based on your hidden objective, which is really cool. This game can be played either solo, co-op, or semi-co-op. This game has multiple ways to play, and all of them are fantastic experiences. You play a character who has a completely different feel from other characters with an actual deck of cards for actions. You're going to be moving around a ship, you're going to be exploring, you're going to be trying to keep yourself alive because all of a sudden these intruders are coming out from out of nowhere. And yes, these intruders look just like aliens. So there again, you see the correlation. If you're not able to complete your objective before a timer runs out, the ship self-destructs, or the aliens finally take you down, then you've lost the game. This is one of my favorite Aliens experiences out there right now. Some of the cool things I like is that each character is different. I love the fact that there's 2 different boards to this. I like the fact there's 3 different ways to play this game. We've played it all different ways and we've had a blast every time. Also, the concept of the noise mechanic is a really neat way of creating this really scary and tense experience on board the Nemesis. Some things that people may be turned off to is this game is a heavier game and it takes quite a long time to play and set up compared to some of the other games on this list. Also, again, with player elimination, there can be an issue where people are potentially sitting at this table for long periods of time. Even on top of that, you may successfully complete your mission and still have to sit and wait for the rest of the players to complete their missions or actually fail in the game. So there could be some downtime for certain players. Also, the actions do take a little bit longer than some of the other games on this list, so you may be sitting there for a little while waiting for your turn because it's not all simultaneous play. With that being said, Nemesis by far is my favorite Aliens experience. I come back to this game over and over again, and it's been a blast every time I've played it with anybody I've played. Also, unlike the second one, Aliens from Leading Edge Games, this one is available. You can still pick this game up. So there you have it, Nemesis by Awakened Realms at number 1. Yes, I know I've kind of broke the rule of the actual Alien theme, but it's just such a great game. I had to make sure I talked about it. I can only put 5 on this list. There are some other great Aliens games out there and some that also fit inside the same theme similar to Nemesis. If you have some that you'd like to tell me about, I would love to hear about them in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Also, hey, did you like my top 5? There you have it. Those are my top 5 Alien games. I will be keeping all of these games in my collection. Even though it's number 5, it's still a fun game, and I bring it down and play every once in a while. And it just goes to show you, one of them I think I've had since 1986, so it's never leaving my collection. I just have so much fun every time I bring one of these games down. Now, putting Nemesis on this list does open a small bag of worms, because there's other games that are outside of the Alien universe that could still potentially fit this type of theme. You have games like Space Hulk, Lifeform, Even Project Elite could be games that could fit this theme that I didn't include on this list, but are still technically alien type games that could be part of this list if they wanted to be. I hope you enjoyed the list. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more games come out and even more lists are going to be coming out. If you also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. Did you enjoy this 5-game series? Would you like to see more of these? And what other things would you like me to talk about? Because I have no problem talking if you can't tell. So please leave that in the description below. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 alien list. I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.